Well, I just released my first mod. It's called Redstone Logic Gates, and you can find it over on Modrinth, link in the description box down below. And you're also going to need Fabric and the Fabric API in order to make this mod work. And if you do play with this mod and you'd like to share your creation with me, you can do so by finding me over on X, formerly Twitter, at MopBotYT, or on Instagram, at MopBot. So let's take a look at what this mod does here. If we go ahead and look in the creative inventory under the redstone block section, we can scroll all the way to the bottom and we're going to see some new blocks here. We've got the buffer gate, the AND gate, the OR gate, the XOR gate, and the implies gate. And if we go ahead and put these in our hotbar here, at first glance, they're just going to look like either the redstone or the comparator icons, but you'll notice in the lower right, the icon is different. So the buffer gate has an equal sign, the AND gate has the X, the OR gate has the plus, the XOR gate has the circle, and the implies gate has what looks like a right arrow, and then the blocks have separate icons as well. So here's all 5, and it actually uses the standard circuitry icon on the block itself. And if you're not familiar with each of the logic gates, the buffer gate simply translates a signal from the back exactly to the front, so when A is on, the output is also on. The AND gate is on when both of its inputs are on. Notice in this case the inputs are on the left, signified by the half torches that are on the side of the block. The OR gate only requires that one of the 2 inputs be on, but both may also be on. Do note here that obviously if we have power on this side, that torch is powered, but this side has no power and is therefore not powered. The XOR gate requires that exactly one of its inputs is on, so in this case we have one side powered, therefore the output is powered, but if we power the other side, you'll see that it turns off. And of course it works in both directions. If just this side is powered, it'll also be on, but if neither side is powered, then we have no output. And finally, the implies gate can be summarized as not A or B, which means that this thing is only off when we have precisely this configuration, where the left side is powered and the right side is not. And in case those 5 logic statements were not enough, we can also right-click to invert each one. You'll notice that the icon on top changes, and that's going to change the buffer into a NOT gate, the AND into a NAND, the OR into a NOR, the XOR into an XNOR, and the implies into a not implies. And if you've been following along, that's just going to flip all the outputs from the previous section. So how do we go about obtaining these in survival mode? Well, if we come on over to a crafting bench here, we are first going to need to craft a brand new item. We're going to take a piece of quartz and put that in the middle, and then surround it on the orthogonal sides with redstone dust, and that's going to give us this redstone core. And from there, we're going to need to go back into the crafting table, take 2 planks of any kind, go ahead and put them horizontally like that, and then 2 iron ingots across the top like a tabletop, and we're going to get this redstone workbench. So then if I go ahead and get rid of that, and place this guy down here, obviously that looks just like the crafting table, but it looks a little bit more reinforced, and it's got some redstone tools on the side as well. And if we go ahead and right click on the redstone workbench, it's going to open up a brand new GUI here. I'm going to throw some redstone core on in there, and then we're going to get some buttons up here at the right. And these are how we're going to obtain the different redstone components. So for instance, if I click the first one and hit the craft button, we're going to get a buffer gate in our inventory here, and we can go right on through. We can get an OR gate after that, an AND gate, an XOR gate, and finally the implies gate as well. And when there's no more items in there, that menu is going to disappear. The current version that this mod supports is 1.21.5. There's also a couple of teeny tiny bugs that do need to be addressed, so you can expect some future development, so be sure to check back from time to time. But anyway, hopefully y'all have enjoyed. Like I said, you can get that at the link down in the description box down below, and you can share with me on social media what you've been creating with it. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all next time.